Hi, it's Megan.
And it's Bree.
And we just want to talk about TV.
Welcome to our podcast,
Unseriesous. Each episode, we're going to cover a TV show, new or old, and have a silly little conversation about it.
So grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's get unserious.
I don't want to be anything other than what I've been trying to be lately. All I have to do is think of me in that peace of mind. I'm tired of looking around rooms, don't know what I gotta do or who I'm supposed to be. I don't wanna be anything other than me.
I came from the mountain.
Okay. So fucking good.
Thank you, Gavin DeGraw.
Oh, thank you so much, Gavin DeGraw.
Thank you, Gavin DeGraw.
Wow, I wouldn't be where I am today without Gavin DeGraw.
That song
to be
inspired
honest,
me to
be
the person I am today.
100%.
A bitch.
Oh.
Well, 100%.
I mean, different strokes for different folks. We are here today, back on Unseriesous, to talk about one of the most important shows in our lives, I would say.
Yeah, it really, made me the person I am today. I really don't know how, but it did.
There's so much significance to the show.
I don't really know what I got.
But I got
everything.
I got
something. I relate.
Yeah.
Somehow.
We're talking about One Tree Hill season 1. So there'll be 9 of these.
Only season 1.
And we're going to do our best to stick with it, but I think we got this.
Yeah.
But before we get into One Tree Hill season 1, Bree, what have you been doing this week? Have you been watching anything, listening to anything, feeling anything?
Feeling anything?
You're 25 now.
Oh, no, I'm old as hell.
Yeah.
I've been feeling pretty groovy, though.
That's good. That's good for one of us.
Yeah, I've been feeling pretty groovy.
That's good.
We watched Theater Camp.
Oh, yes.
For my birthday, which I don't watch a lot of movies. And that was a good movie. And it made me laugh the whole time. And that's pretty good for a movie.
That is good.
And I didn't check out once.
That's impressive. Wow, Bree.
And I laughed, and I would see the musical in it on Broadway.
So true.
And the cast, so good. And yeah, as a former theater kid, slay the house down. Boots. The cast, amazing. Also, today, I listened to Beyonce.
Hell yeah.
And it's pretty freaking fire. It's making me want to...
Hoe down.
It's making me literally want to hoe down, throw down. Yeah. If I wasn't already in my country era, I really am now.
That's impressive.
I'm going to move to the bayou.
Whoa. I only listened to half of it because I've been going through some things today, aka I can't get out of bed.
I've been going through something.
So it's really brave that I'm sitting here with you guys today.
You're pretty brave for listening to half of it.
I know. I got through half of it. Exactly. And I had a great time, but I'm just not all present today.
Yeah, Megan didn't have work.
I took off work
Megan didn't work like some of us.
Yeah.
In the working class.
Yeah, I'm above that.
I'm late.
No, I just need a fucking break. And apparently my body said, you need a bigger break. Because I had big plans to, go to the grocery store and clean my entire room and wash my hair. But let me say, can I say something? I haven't washed my hair in, almost a week. And look at it.
It looks
great.
great.
Look really good.
It looks good.
Thank you.
It doesn't look like... Mine gets oily in 5 seconds.
Yeah, I've been just, I don't know, thriving. But then today I was like...
I've been, thriving.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you just need a day off and a day to do nothing. And guess what? This weekend we have, no plans.
That's beautiful.
So...
I'll get something done the rest of the weekend.
Yeah.
I did clean my room a little while I listened to Beyonce.
Hell yeah, Beyonce. Exactly.
To Country Carter.
Yes.
Cowboy Carter.
Sorry,
Carter.
I'm
not friends with that. I said that. I knew that was wrong. Cowboy Carter.
Yes.
Someone said big week for alliteration because Logan Lerman's been doing shit too.
Oh my god.
I didn't say that. Someone else said that.
Logan Lerman. Okay, Megan, what have you been doing?
Recovering. I got really ill the night of Bree's birthday.
Yeah.
And I've been recovering slowly.
People are always ill on my birthday.
Whoa. Sounds like you're centering yourself.
I think I should be ill soon.
I think it's 'tis the season. I've been having allergies, heartburn, And then I really just, my body gave up today. I was so tired.
Slay.
And I, on your birthday weekend, I attended a convention called Epic Con Chicago.
Yeah.
And I went there.
On my birthday.
On Bree's birthday afterwards. It was the 23rd. Bree's birthday's
literally
22nd.
on my birthday.
On the 23rd. And we played darts, and guess who won?
Okay, shut the fuck up. That's a sore
So,
subject.
not trying to brag, but I never played darts before, and I won.
That's beginner's luck.
Yeah,
the same thing I had.
I would have probably agreed with that. I also won for Jade's birthday. I won Topgolf. Never done that either.
Okay, I gotta go to Topgolf and freaking.
Boys only want love if it's torture. But at this convention, let's get back to me.
Smiling at you like what?
You're swinging a golf club.
Yeah. At first I didn't know what you were singing about until you said torture, and then I was like, that's it.
So at this convention, my life changed, and I can talk more about this on the Pretty Little Liars Season 3 pod. I met Spoby. I met Troyan Belisario and Keegan Allen, and I also met Ashley Benson. Got Brie her autograph. That's a bestie.
For my birthday.
Yeah. So you're like, oh, you did this on my birthday? Yeah, I did this for your birthday.
I actually did it for you.
Yeah, that was the whole plan the entire time.
I didn't want to meet Spoby.
I didn't want to meet the person I named my dog after. But I did anyway.
But I did.
And that was a really formative experience that I can talk about for Pretty Little Liars. But I also met 3 of my favorite Teen Wolf people, Tyler Hoechlin, Crystal Reed, and Shelley Hennig. That was crazy. And then, I guess more relevant, which I don't think I told you that much about at the time because I was processing, is I talked to Sophia Bush, kind of.
Yeah.
Sophia Bush was on this panel with a bunch of other CW actors, like Colin Donnell from Arrow. And I asked them, if you weren't on your CW show and you could be on another CW or WB show, what would it be? And Sophia Bush, smiled at me.
Sophia Bush said...
And they took 8 minutes to answer my question. I was supposed to be meeting Crystal Reed, but Crystal Reed, everything was a little behind, so it all worked out. I saw Crystal Reed walk by. I said, oh, good, she's not even there.
She's not even there.
So beautiful. And oh my God, I could cry about meeting Crystal Reed, but I won't do that at this time. I asked them what CW show they would be on instead. Colin Donnell from Arrow said he would be on Arrow longer, because if you know, you know. Long live Tommy.
Yeah.
Zach Rohrig from Vampire Diaries was like, I don't know shows.
Classic Nat.
But Sophia Bush, she looks so pretty. She was in a blazer, you know her. She said that they should have crossed over with Gossip Girl at the time, because Gossip Girl had just started as One Tree Hill was ending, kind of, or they overlapped for that would have been crazy though. And apparently she said that people at the CW were like, no one's doing crossovers anymore. Crossovers have been done. They're done. And then she was like, and then 2 years later, they crossed over every Arrow show.
She's like, hold on.
They did all the Chicago shows. She said they crossed over. And she's like, clearly, that was false. And she's like, imagine if Brooke Davis got to dress Serena and Blair.
Yeah,
I said, you're so
that would have been
right.
cool and made more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, later.
Yeah. So that was a missed opportunity. And it wasn't Sophia's fault. She was speaking on that.
Sophia was speaking the truth.
And then when they were like, oh, we finally are done answering your question, they were like, thank you so much for listening to us ramble. Because they started having a completely different conversation. And then they eventually answered.
You were like, shut the hell up.
And then I was running away. And you could hear Sophia going, that took forever, but thank you so much. And I was like, you're welcome. And I blew her a kiss. And I'm waiting for them to post the panel so I can see it and be embarrassed because I don't want to hear my own voice.
Yeah.
I said, long live Tommy. I also said, long live Derek too, Tyler Hoechlin's
You're telling
face.
Everyone to long live.
I said, long live the walls we crashed through. Yeah. But I couldn't formally meet Sophia Bush without Brie because that's our thing, and we can get into that.
Sophia Bush.
When we're talking about One Tree Hill.
Yay.
Should I talk about what One Tree Hill Season 1 is about?
Oh, yeah.
I wrote this just stream of conscious. So get ready.
It better be good.
We'll see. Oh, shit. Okay. 1 second.
1 second.
Okay. One Tree Hill was a teen drama television show that originally aired on the WB starting in 2003. In Season 1, we are introduced to Lucas Scott, who is a bit of an outcast due to his birth father, Dan Scott, leaving his mom while they were in high school and fathering another son, Nathan Scott, who is the school's star basketball player. When Lucas is recruited to join the Tree Hill basketball team, this sends Lucas and Nathan's rivalry into overdrive, especially with Lucas's feelings for Nathan's girlfriend Peyton, and Nathan going after and inevitably falling for Lucas's best friend, Haley. The plot thickens when, after initially rejecting Lucas's advances, Peyton ends up in a conflicting love triangle with him and her best friend, Brooke Davis. After a season of breakups, makeups, and Lucas and Nathan eventually coming together as brothers, the season culminates in their father, Dan Scott, having a heart attack while Lucas contemplates leaving Tree Hill for good, and Nathan and Haley, meanwhile, get married. That's
like, literally, what? If I had heard this and not had watched the show, I'd be like, what?
I really think there's something, like, we could redo these podcasts explaining it to someone who's never seen it, because it's one of my favorite shows to, like, randomly drop, like, oh, someone ate a heart.
Yeah.
And not to get into other seasons, like, we're going to focus on season 1, but it's really one of the craziest and most amazing shows I've ever seen in my life.
Exactly. But even everything happening in just season 1, it's just, like, crazy. Like, they've already done so much.
We've seen the show 2 or 3 times all the way through, and we just watched the pilot and the last episode to kind of, like, refresh and put ourselves back in that headspace. And just going from episode 1 to episode 22, so much goes down.
Yeah.
It's funny watching the beef go from beef to brothers. And that's on God.
Wait, so we started this show, well, we were watching around the same time, right?
Yeah, I think our sophomore year of high school.
Yes.
And this is the show that made us friends.
Yeah, this is the show.
Like, that's how significant the show is. That's what I meant at the beginning. This changed our lives.
This changed.
Because it brought us together. We would quite literally not be here today without One Tree Hill and kind of the Vampire Diaries.
I wouldn't talk to you.
Oh. We were sitting in theater class, and I was not quite friends with Bree and the other people we became friends with yet. And Mr. Caudill, our theater teacher, name drop.
Casual name drop.
He was playing music, and Smooth Criminal from Glee came on, and you guys were all like, "Oh my god!"
I love the.
And I was sitting there alone at my seat, going, "I like this song too," but I didn't say that.
This is my favorite story.
Yeah, I sat there alone with my little lunchbox.
Lol.
But we would sit together at lunch because, like, lunch periods overlap, so we would get to lunch and our friends would be at lunch. I had no friends at lunch. Oh, me neither.
Yeah. Well,
we would, like, sit with people that were already there, and then they
were
leave.
There, like, they were only there for 10, 15 more minutes. And then they'd all leave, and it'd just be us, and I'd be like, who's this bitch?
This bitch with our matching lunchboxes.
With our matching
and then
Dear Bradley.
One day, like, we'll reserve the Vampire Diaries specific moment for if we ever do a Vampire Diaries podcast.
Exactly.
But we both had a moment of realization that we were binge watching One Tree Hill for the first time at the same time.
You're like,
oh my god, you're watching that too. And we were both, like, on season 2 at the same time.
Yeah.
And we were like, Chris Keller? And that's a separate story. We will reserve that for season 2. Yeah. But we were, like, so we would just talk about as we were going. And long story short, we met each other sophomore year, the summer between sophomore and junior year. We went on a road trip with Bree's mom and us and your sister.
Yeah.
And we went to Wilmington and went to our, like, first big convention.
Wait, why?
Let's unpack the fact that we knew each other for less than a year and we went on a trip together to meet these bitches.
Yes.
And that's its own story.
I said, oh yeah, I'm good.
Well, it's because you wanted to, like, you wanted to meet Paul Wesley and go to a Vampire Diaries convention. I was trying to go to a Supernatural convention with my friends. Both of those fell through.
And we said, what about One Tree Hill?
There's a One Tree Hill convention actually happening this summer in Wilmington where they filmed the show. Like, that's the coolest. Like, I don't think there's a cooler convention than the One Tree Hill ones.
Yeah, because the location's just, like, you can do so much more. Like, you do the convention, but then you have the whole beautiful location of Wilmington.
Yeah, you have the sets, but also the city is just so nice. Yeah. I had been there before because I had family that lived there. And I was like, I've been to the Naley bench before without knowing it was the Naley bench.
Yeah.
Crazy. But wow.
But yeah, this was when TV was really good.
Yeah.
22 episodes, 1 hour episodes. Mm-hmm. Just
doing whatever the fuck they wanted.
Do anything and everything you can, and I'm there.
Yeah. I think one quick disclaimer, we hate Mark Schwann. I think everyone knows that and agrees with that, and we only need to say it once. We care about the people that made the show, which are the characters and the fans, and that's the team.
And that's the team. And
anyway, best show ever.
The fans and the cast are so much more.
Yeah, this is our show.
Bitch-ass man.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And unfortunately, really shitty people are really talented because he also gave us the Royals, which is a separate thing. But also the show's so fucking good. Like, I hate to say it, but he did something with that.
This is television.
Except when he was being, like, creepy and stuff. But We don't need to talk about that. You know who can speak on that? My girls, Hillary, Joy, and Sophia on their podcast, Drama Queens. And that's on Drama Queens. Even though, are they beefing? That's not for us to figure out.
And that's on unseriesous.
That's not for this. I should have been like, Sophia, what's going on? We need to parent trap them.
We need
because I simply cannot.
I need to know, but yeah.
Okay.
Should we jump in?
Yes. So One Trail really comes out of the gate so fucking strong. Like, I could cry thinking about the pilot. Like, I was getting so much chills when we were watching it.
The pilot is so good.
One of the best pilots ever.
So good.
Even though Brooke's not in it, but...
No, like, and I can't... Like, I know Brooke is not in it, but, like, I still can't believe it. Just because... Yeah. But it's still so good. And
so good.
She jumps in and...
Yeah.
It's still so good.
The contrast between Nathan playing on the team, but Lucas playing on the river court.
What if Peyton just had no friend?
Yeah, I'm like, this, I get it. I even learned in, like, school, like, sometimes, like, you are allowed to have, like, a bunch of characters, but when you have a pilot, especially, like, a comedy pilot, but any pilot, you only have 30 to 40, I guess now, an hour to introduce everything. And sometimes it's just not possible. Like, you have to save Brooke Davis for next episode.
Save it, yeah.
She deserves her own moment.
There was already a lot happening in the pilot. And you were being introduced to, like, so many people. Mm-hmm. But I think they did it really well. Like, I wasn't too...
And I forgot that it's Keith that's like, hey, what? My other kid, not my kid, my other nephew that isn't estranged from me. Yeah. He plays basketball too. And I hear you're looking for a new player.
He's dead.
And he was honestly, Keith was stirring shit up.
Keith was. And Whitey and Keith are always in that damn car talking shit.
They're shooting the shit and stirring shit up. He's like, you know what? I should start some drama because everything had everyone had been at peace.
Yeah, because no one was talking to each other. And it was just like Lucas had the river court and his friends, and like they were just separate. But Whitey said, or Keith and Whitey were like,
nah, we have to
Keith said,
spark some shit.
Needs to.
We have to start some shit.
Keith knew that Lucas could be a star.
Mm-hmm. And he was right. It's too bad that he gets into a car accident in the middle of the season and fucks up his arm.
Because Keith is drunk.
Boozy.
Dan
had no respect for that. This is what I said yesterday. This show is about brothers. It is about Lucas and Nathan being estranged half-brothers. But it is also about Keith and Dan.
Yeah. Yeah. And they have like a very deep... Everyone has such deep... This is the best show ever.
This is the best show ever. Like... I get defensive over the show. Like, one of my coworkers was like, it's a little too dramatic for me. I'm like, it's supposed to be. But also, you don't have a deep, like, spiritual bond with the show. Like, you don't get them like I do. And you know what? Sometimes, like, I can respect that everyone has different days.
And they can't get it.
And they don't get it. And that's okay. That's, like, on them.
I can respect that you're wrong.
Exactly. I just, like, this show, like, rewired my brain. And, like, I love it so much. Like, this is like a top 10. If I had to say it, it's definitely in my top 10 because it is so significant.
I'll say it. It may be in my top 5.
It might be my number 1. Parks and Rec, Succession, forget it. Glee, forget it.
All coming back to me, I'm like, hold on. This is a show that I want all my friends to watch so I could rewatch it with them.
That's the only way.
Watching it, like this show, is so much. But I still want it to do it.
Yeah.
Because it's so good.
It's so good. We got to experience that with our friend Emily. We got to rewatch it with her. And I was watching it. I said, I got to call Emily and we got to rewatch it again. Because, like, experiencing...
Emily would not.
No, she'd be like, okay. Like,
that's enough of that.
We did it once and that's fine. But it's so cool getting to experience the things. We started rewatch. Like, we watched it in high school together. Sort of. Like, we watched it separately. Some of it we watched together. Like, we got to experience a lot of the last season together.
Yeah.
And actually, the first time we watched it, we didn't finish it. Because I think we were like, we can't.
No, I said I can't.
We got, like, nearly to the end, and we said, I can't quite do that.
I said I can't do it anymore. I have to go back to the first season.
Yeah, and start over.
Because I watched it with Madison. Mm-hmm. I watched it with another friend. Mm-hmm. I always just wanted to go back to the start.
Exactly. So in college, we were like, we should sit down, and we didn't realize it would be a full, like, we sat down and did it again, and it was worth it. And getting to, like, experience highs and lows from just season 1, I remember distinctly being, I think, sophomores in college. Like, it was fully, like, we watched as sophomores in high school, and then we got to start it fresh as sophomores in college with people who hadn't seen it. Emily was the only one who did the whole thing with us, but I remember we made a PowerPoint to, like, catch up, like, other roommates. Like, you're just going to jump in and we're going to tell you how we got here. But one of the most significant moments was we were like, okay, pause. We have to go to the vending machines to get a snack. Specifically, the Fat Boy ice cream sandwiches.
Exactly.
And we pause it, and, you know, like, the thumbnail for the next episode comes on, and in sync, Brie and I scream, the boy toy auction! Because we were about to hit one of the most iconic season 1 episodes. And no one was ready. And I don't think anyone felt it in their bones the way we did, but we understood the significance.
Yeah. I did. And a Fat Boy and the boy toy auction is all you really want.
I need an ice cream sandwich. I might have to go puff after this. I have not eaten since breakfast.
You just said I need.
I need, like, a simple, like, the basic ice cream sandwich, like that weird thin layer of chocolate and the vanilla ice cream in the middle. I need that.
Exactly.
Right now. It's also because I'm really hungry, but we're gonna get through this.
Megan's gonna starve.
Okay, I want to talk about the boy toy auction is a really great episode, but I think we have to talk about, like, all the important big storylines. And which one do you want to start with, Brie?
Okay. I think we should jump in to... Shall we do the most dramatic?
The love triangle?
Yes.
Yes. I feel like we gotta get that away.
Like my least favorite.
That is, like, we hate love triangles on the show. I think we need anti-love triangle merch.
I hate it.
Yeah. There were plenty of love triangles. Like, I think, obviously, Dawson's Creek did it first. There are probably, like, other shows. Like, I think 90210 did it first. Like, but I think this is one of the most iconic, and no one has given up being bitter about it to this day.
Yeah.
Like, people still get bent out of shape about it.
Like, finally, there wasn't like a brother love triangle, but they said, let's make a best friend love triangle.
Which, honestly, is worse.
It's worse.
Because, like, at least brothers are going to be brothers no matter what. But, like, destroying a friendship, and we all know it figures itself out.
Yeah.
Even in this season, it figures itself out.
I know. And this
but they don't let
was
it go.
messy.
So
the first season.
I wrote, though, it doesn't count because Peyton and Lucas are soulmates.
Yeah.
To get it out of the way, to get it out of the way without being, like, dicks about it, because some people are dicks about it on either side. We are, I think, on the side that Peyton and Lucas should be together, and Brooke deserves better.
Yeah, I don't know how you would want Brooke to be with Lucas when... And also, why are we always, like, saying, like, people are like, I don't like Brooke or I don't like Peyton. Lucas is enemy number one
is the problem.
Like, literally the problem.
And, like, acknowledging, like, he's a teenager, he fucks up, and he has character development, but he's the problem.
But he is the problem in this.
I feel like to be, like, really philosophical about it, like, he was, like, seen as, like, this, not golden child, because, like, it was just, like, him and Karen kind of in their pocket of the world. But I think, like,
mama's boy.
Yeah, he was, like, held to the standard, and, like, then and like, neglected by his dad. Like, I think he needed to have a moment where he sucked. Like, he needed to get all that out. Because, like, Nathan was, like, Nathan, you expected him to fuck up because he was, like, this rich kid's, like, he was Dan's son. Like, he was kind of a prick at the beginning.
Nathan and Lucas switched.
Yeah, they switched. And I feel like that was necessary. Like, Nathan had his character development in season 1 and continued to do so. I think Lucas needed to fall before he then grow back.
Needed to fall.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know what? That's okay. And what did he do? Some fucking stupid shit with my girls?
With my girls?
But he couldn't help it that Peyton was his soulmate.
He couldn't help it that E.E. Cummings once
E.E. Cummings once wrote a moment for the Lucas monologues. I like when they switch it up and someone else narrates, but his is so funny.
His is so dramatic. He really
Cummings
puts that drama
once
in
wrote.
it.
So good.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, because, like, it's also like a communication thing because Brooke and Peyton, Brooke is like literally asks Peyton and like,
yeah, keep going.
And then
I have something to add.
And Peyton just like doesn't say like, and Brooke asks if she likes Lucas and like, Peyton's like hiding it or like swallowing it, blah, blah, blah. Brooke has feelings for Lucas. I don't know. And then it's just like, and I think those feelings become more real. Like, at first, it's just like a crush, like, Lucas.
Yeah, I gotta sit in his back seat.
Yeah, exactly. But then
it was harmless.
And then it just becomes more. And then Lucas picks Brooke.
But it wasn't like he was making a choice. Peyton eliminated herself.
She said, I'm out.
She was self-sabotaging, I have so much to say about this that, like, infuriates me. On the one hand, I do see the really, like, sweet moments between Lucas and Brooke, and I do admire that they eventually build that back into a friendship, especially in the adult seasons, that he's, like, really there for her and stuff when she's, like, going through shit. But, like, it's weird to me, and I don't like this. Obviously, this feeds into, like, some of the icky stuff, but, like, Lucas and Brooke bond after Peyton's, like, almost assaulted. Like, but that does come with, once, like, that's resolved and Peyton, like, is okay. I really like that moment where she comes to the river court and, like, bonds with Mouth.
Yeah.
That was, like, a big Mouth and Brooke moment, which is one of, like, the sweet friendships on the show. Like, I can see that they do have a sweet friendship because they, like, bond over caring about Peyton.
Yeah.
And things like that. And then, like, become friends and then become more. And then, yeah, it's real.
Yeah.
But that isn't also to say that, well, Peyton was hiding it and resisting it, and that's on her for rejecting him and saying no, which is totally valid. Brooke knew that she liked her. Brooke knew that Peyton liked Lucas because she like made them kiss at that party. Yeah. She truth or dared them to kiss. She knew that they had this weird thing. She knew that Lucas liked Peyton. So I do think it's a little strange and not unvalid, but also, like, when she gets really mad at Peyton for eventually, like, having those feelings, she wasn't completely blind to that not being a possibility.
I feel like that comes from, like, because Brooke, that's, like, when she had a crush on, like, Lucas, and then, like, at the party, like, she's seeing that they're, like, closer, and she's, like, she's also drunk. But, like, I guess, like, I mean, if you get deeper with all these characters, you can tell, like, what triggers them and stuff, because it's, like, the fear of rejection, I guess, for Brooke.
With her family.
And it's, like, her, and, like, I can see from both. That's why I don't hate either of them.
They're all human beings! They're all teenagers!
That's another thing. They're in high school.
Yeah.
So,
they're gonna do stupid shit. What do you want them to do?
They have to do... It's funny, because after... The most traumatic thing will happen, and then that's when something... Like, when, Peyton's dad goes missing. And then they kiss.
They have no choice but to kiss. She almost lost her dad. Her dad was almost dead. He wasn't, but he almost was.
But that's what the biggest stuff. They'll make the most insane thing that's bigger than anything, bigger than relationships, bigger than, and then that's when, like, other shit.
But then they're making out in the hotel, and then her hair gets caught in the necklace that Brooke gave him.
That's so fucked up.
I love this show.
That's television.
That's television.
Like, you can't even be mad.
And they come back, like, Brooke is calling them the whole time. And you remember she's like, goes, I love you.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, well, there's more going on. Like, it's not like he did anything wrong. But then he made out with her best friend.
Yeah.
After her dad was almost dead. Fire.
I'm like, whoa.
Crazy. And that was fucked up. And then they did have a moment, and this is where it gets crazier. They did have a moment where, like, oh, that was so wrong. And, like, there was all the emotions. But then Lucas gets hit by a car.
And then you that Brooke thinks, like, Lucas, like, they're together.
Yeah, because I think, weren't they going to tell her? But then, like, Peyton was going to tell her that night. And then they get a phone call that Lucas is in the hospital.
But, of course, Lucas gets in a car accident.
Yeah.
Near death.
And
Brooke thinks that's her boyfriend. And Peyton kissed. And
Karen's, like, coming back from France.
And she's like, Karen's in France, and her crush crashed them into her soulmate. Crashed her son.
Right after they had kissed before she left.
You can't make up this shit.
So fucking good.
You can't even write this shit. I don't even know how this shit happened.
One Tree Hill deniers, like, don't fucking get what they're missing out on. That's, like, drama. And after Dan is like, fuck you, Lucas, like, I'm clearly, like, Nathan's the better son, but then he's the one that sees the crash and carries him into the hospital and goes, that's my son.
He has to save his life.
Yeah.
And are you a legal guardian? That's my son.
That's
did you hear
my
it?
son.
That's my son.
I'm sorry, did everyone hear that?
That's literally my son.
Did you even consider that?
Did you consider?
And when Karen comes home and she's, like, Keith thinks they're about to start their lives together. Which we have to talk about Karen and Keith for a sec. But Keith helping her raise Lucas, even though Dan could not step up. He wasn't the stepfather. He was the father that stepped up. He invented that. And he loved Lucas like he was his own. And he was just a little nervous to see her because he had been waiting for this moment for his entire life.
Yeah.
And he gets a little tipsy.
Just
and another driver runs a light. Or maybe it was Keith.
Maybe it was Keith.
And who could blame him? But who could blame her for that, betraying her trust, that she trusted him more than anyone in the world, and Lucas was the thing that mattered most.
And almost killed her baby boy.
Her baby boy.
Her only son.
Her only son.
Did you hear that?
And when she goes to the dealership and she gives Dan a hug, lives were changed.
Lives were changed, including mine.
But yeah, she meets Brooke and she's like, I'm Lucas's girlfriend. And she's like, when did he get a girlfriend? Yeah. When did he get a tattoo? What the fuck was going on? And the tattoo is like incorrect or something that you find out later. Crazy.
Iconic. These high schoolers. These early 2000 high schoolers. And
at the same time, Peyton is grappling with the fact she hasn't been in hospital since her mom died.
Yep.
And then Haley and Lucas had been beefing because of the cheating, infidelity.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. We're going to need 2 more hours.
Yeah, I think I need 2 more. We're already at 30 minutes.
Oh, my God. We haven't even begun to scratch the surface.
But that's... what do we...
I think just, like, keep going in the love triangle for just, like, 60 more seconds. I don't know how you can hate either girl, because either girl has been through so much. Brooke virtually has no parents. And I don't know if it's at season 1 or 2 when she, like, moves in with Peyton because her parents fucking leave. I think it's season 2.
Yeah.
And Peyton's mom is fucking dead. And, like, she has her own shit. Like, they both have trauma.
Yeah.
And Lucas, of course, he has his own trauma, but then does not, like, act well with it.
Yeah.
Like, he does not handle the situation correctly. And I think what makes it worse is then he immediately hooks up with Nikki, which...
I think, that's... I was like, Lucas, come on, man.
That's where I think you really, like...
Yeah, like, you're like, okay, you slut.
Yeah, you fucking slut. You're slut.
But, yeah, I don't know how you hate them.
Yeah. I think...
And they even... Brooke and... Peyton even, like, they know their friendship is bigger.
Yeah.
Because they
until
get
season
back
4,
together.
but we'll get to that.
But they come back together.
Yeah, because girlhood.
And
bros over hoes, clothes over bros.
Literally, exactly.
And that's on clothes over
and
bros.
That's on. And they're so mature for that in high school. That's what I liked about this show. Like, the girl friendships were just so mature.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they did some petty things, or they were drunk, or blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But, like, in the grand scheme of things, these characters are pretty, like, mature. And, like,
because they've all been through too much shit that they needed to go through, and we're only in season 1. Like, they only go through worse.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I can't stand people, because obviously, like, people are shitty all around. Like, I think, like, people that are fans of Lucas and Peyton can be a little, like, annoying about it, even though I'm one of them. But I understand that people
even though I'm one of them.
I'm a Lucas and Peyton supremacist.
Exactly.
And I get that everyone has their preferences, and that's so valid. And I know that naley is right there that we'll talk about. But, like, but the people who hate Peyton, like, I think that's more prevalent, that people hate Peyton, and that drives me nuts. That's my girl.
But people fully hate Peyton, but not Lucas.
No, I can't.
So what's that about?
I just think that on a show like this, or a show in general, like, one of my pet peeves is just hating, like, people hated Davey on Never Have I Ever. It's usually women, obviously, more over men. But just, like, Otis on Sex Education was another example. Like, people get so angry at these little high schoolers that our brains aren't even developed yet. Your brain just developed.
Oh, God.
And God forbid we judge you for anything.
I don't think my brain's
you've never done
developed
anything wrong, because your brain wasn't developed yet. I just think that's one of my pet peeves. You don't have to have, like, one character doesn't have to be your favorite. Peyton, Lucas, they don't have to be your favorite character. Or the other characters I mentioned on other shows. But, like, God forbid a girl fuck up when she's, like, young and learning and has shit going on. I said, leave her alone. I will defend Peyton Sawyer to my dying day.
To my dying day. Bitch is fucked up. She's running red lights.
Yeah. People always leave.
People always leave.
That's what I'm gonna draw, actually. Sorry. Not to get into
always
that.
Leave.
Yeah, I'm glad that it resolves their shit, and then Lucas is leaving at the end, and he gives them a letter that says, Brooke and Peyton. That's drama.
He's insane for that.
He knows he fucked up.
He's literally insane for that.
Yeah. I do appreciate that Peyton and Lucas managed to stay friends after all that stuff. They're like, why are our parents going on a date? And they're like, ha ha ha. And it's awkward. But one of my favorite moments, I wrote this down, is how slay that Peyton and Lucas and Haley are at the apartment party. They look like the most there. That's when people are like, who are the big three? That in that moment, they were the big three.
In that very moment.
And they look so good. And Brooke and Nikki roll up and they have a fucking fist fight. And that's okay.
No, Nikki and Peyton.
Yeah.
When they fight,
slap each other.
That was crazy.
Crazy, but iconic.
But iconic. Yeah.
Herstory. On that note, should we also talk about Naley?
Naley is so funny because it's like you got the Brooke, Nathan, not Brooke. Peyton. What are their names? Peyton and Lucas drama, and there's so much drama, and then Nathan and Haley are like la 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 la, locked in, like locked down, like
down in the second they start.
Like they have some drama, but they're still so locked in.
Yeah,
like,
which is crazy.
It's them
I think
against
that's
the world.
I think that's why, just like completely jumping the gun, why I like, and not that I dislike Nathan and Haley, I love them. Like, that's iconic. That's romance. They like built something with them. But I always gravitate toward Lucas and Peyton because like it's like you get so much drama and angst, and of course Nathan and Haley have plenty of that, and some of that can be like infuriating. Yeah. But I like them. There's more of a will they won't they with Lucas and Peyton versus like Naley. It's Naley or die, which is so fair.
Naley or die, and they're the only people I'll let do that.
Yeah.
But with Leighton, like I'm glad that they didn't put them together right away because if we had two high school couples, like I'm glad Brooke and Lucas have some, because like, but if either one of them ended up, I don't know, I would have been like I'm glad they gave, not to skip ahead, but I'm glad Brooke finds the love of her life later in life. Like,
yeah.
Like,
inspiring.
We got our Naley. Like, there can
only be one Naley.
There can only be one Naley because that would be insane if everyone was just...
Yeah.
By the end of season 1, they're all just stitched.
Don't they make a bit about that at some point where they think like two people are gonna like get married or something?
Yeah, they're gonna pull a Naley.
They're gonna pull a Naley. Don't do that.
Yeah.
They were saying ship names in TV even then, which is so funny.
No, Naley is insane. Because especially like Haley like is hesitant about having sex, and then she does, and then right after that they're like married.
No, they get married first.
Oh wait, yeah, they do.
Which am I grappling with the fact that they're just so in love that they have to get married so they can make it like real, or were they like, we have to have sex, so we have to get married?
Oh yeah,
it's a little messy, but
okay, both are. That's just the whole thing's insane.
And it's because she finds like porn on his computer, and she's like, I can't do this. I can't be that girl, Nathan. It's so 2004, like drama.
It is very 2004.
So
drama.
funny,
but
they're
so strong.
They're so strong, and it's really beautiful. Like all the tropes are just there. Like her being his, like at that point, him and Lucas aren't friends, and that's Lucas's best friend, and he says, I know what to do, and that's drama, and that creates drama that like, he was only with her for a second because he was trying to piss Lucas off, but then it became real. She tutored him, and it became real. He said, don't say I never gave you anything, and it was fucking real.
I love the very beginning of their relationship when she's just tutoring him, and Nathan's kind of still a little bitch.
Yeah.
But that man changes so fast. This is why girls think they can change men.
Yeah, Naley.
Because it's Naley's Haley fault. Changed him so fast.
So fast. She saw something in him, and that's beautiful.
That's beautiful.
They were they're that angst, and like when they're kind of like secretly dating for a second, like
that's drama.
That was a buzz.
Wow.
Ugh. And then they had two iconic kisses outside her house. The dare you to move.
That scene changed my life. Dare you to move.
And then the rain kiss in the finale.
Yeah.
Wow. They're crazy for that.
They're literally kind of insane.
I love their first date. And this is also a fallout from Brooke being drunk at the party.
But
she fucked them up by like finding like the letter that she wrote him and all that stuff.
She was roasting everyone.
You know what?
She had her red revenge dress on.
Exactly. But then she made up for that shit because Brooke Davis already was self-reflective and having character development before our eyes. And she set them up on a little scavenger hunt date. That was so cute. And they had mac and cheese food of the gods. And then, he was embarrassed to be seen with her. But then he said, dare you to move.
He was like,
he threw rocks at her parents' window.
That's my parents' window. You fool.
What's crazy is, like, I was writing all this stuff and I was just like, oh, yes, that was what, like, this show is seared into my brain.
I dare you. I know, looking back at everything, I was like, oh, that's what happened.
Yeah.
I can't believe I just have I forget what happens in each season. Or I forgot. I forgot the Nikki storyline was in season 1.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
That is crazy.
Jake Giselsky!
Jake, best character ever. And then he has a baby reveal.
Oh, baby. And him and Lucas's friendship, like, I wish Jake was around longer. I wish he was in it more. Because he had such big impact for as little as he actually was in. Like I'm obviously a Lucas and Peyton girl, but him and Peyton's relationship.
Peyton, I fear, were very cute.
They were taking it.
They were taking it.
Like, what a great boyfriend for her to have. She needed that.
Like, Jake, I think that's the best person you could have.
Yeah, and, like, he was so sweet with this Jenny. Him and Lucas had such a sweet friendship. Like, he was Lucas's first ally when he was fighting off the fucking wolves, joining the Ravens, and unkindness of Ravens. Sorry. What a sweetheart.
Baby mama reveal.
Baby mama reveal, and you think it's just like this one night stand Lucas is having, but then it's like, oh my god, no, that's the woman that Jake.
That was crazy.
And also
old.
She was too old.
Also,
I think we don't have to say too much on that.
Old
question.
Obviously, people like writing that back then.
Yeah, oh god. I will say, I'm like squinting. I feel like One Tree Hill
did a really good job of not doing that.
Which is surprising given some of the context of One Tree Hill. Like,
they stayed in
Brooke
high school.
Dates a teacher at one point, but as soon as she realized it, like, they kind of like villainize him pretty quickly once the situation unfolds. It was like you had Cooper and Rachel, but he kind of like pushed her away.
Oh yeah.
Once he realized that she was
like, they were showing that it was wrong.
Yeah.
Like, they aren't just.
The only time I think they fully did that was when Deb dated Skills, but Skills was an adult by then.
Yeah, so
honestly,
that's legal.
We'll give you something.
We'll give him something.
Yeah. But like Nikki, fuck her.
Nikki was evil.
Like, she had her moments of being like kind of like iconic, but mostly just because of the story. Like, it was like a good storyline.
Yeah.
Very entertaining. Even though like she stole the
baby.
baby.
She stole the baby.
Oh, did that happen? I don't remember. I'm blurring. Like, she comes back like in season 3, doesn't she? Or maybe not. Jake comes back. She steals the baby, and then Jake steals the baby back, and then he goes to a location, and then Brooke and Peyton team up to fake her out.
And you think that Brooke is going
so good. A moment for One Tree Hill. They do this a lot, and they definitely did this in the season 2 finale, season 1 finale as we rewatched. The non-linear storytelling of like they'll like bounce between like.
I love it.
I love when they do that, and you're like, when you're watching it for the first time, you're like, why do they keep smiling at each other?
They were smiling for so long. They were like this. I was like, what's going on?
And I'm like, are they friends?
Brooke's
gonna kill Peyton. But no.
No, they were besties.
And they were like, we're gonna have the best summer ever.
And then,
or not summer, because it's still the summer. It's not the end of the series.
We're gonna have the best summer ever. I can't talk on season 2. I was gonna say.
Lucas is leaving, and we're gonna have the best spring break ever, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
The basketball game, they blew it. They had to blow it so that way it was a bigger impact later.
Yeah. You can't do everything in season 1.
Exactly.
And Dan was the coach. Like,
yeah.
Fuck that.
Wait, what is the thing he says? He's like, somebody go tell them I killed my son or something like that.
I killed my son. Go tell them.
I beat him to death.
I beat my son.
That's insane. Like, Dan is insane.
What?
But spoiler alert, best character.
But not to jump ahead, because I'm only in
Dan,
season
the
1.
man, supremacist reveal, and it's us.
Dan, the man, being iconic as hell, and the growth, but
the like roller coaster of development. It's like backwards and forwards, and it's non-linear, and it's fucking fantastic. Like that. What a great character,
complex character.
Exactly.
That
we had the privilege of watching.
Handle.
That some people just can't like comprehend the greatness of it.
Some people can't wrap their head around the deep meaning behind Dan Scott.
Yep. You can't kill Dan Scott.
You can't.
And we heard that in person.
Yeah, we did.
He said that almost to our face.
We should have had him say that.
We love Dan Scott. I feel like Dan's storyline was so interesting in season 1. and will become more interesting as we go, because this was just him being shitty the whole time. And then Queen Deb comes in. And Deb, what a queen, especially in season 1, because she comes in and befriends Karen, takes over the cafe, and then fucks Keith.
Exactly. And you would do it too for a check. No, she didn't do it for a check.
That's honestly the most wild part, is when her and Keith hook up.
Yeah, that. Wait, that's crazy, because Karen. Like, what? And then Dan walking in.
So crazy.
That's pretty badass.
You're on top of my wife.
Deb is a badass bitch.
Yeah.
And she made a welcome home sign for Karen.
Yeah. But then Lucas was in the hospital, so.
Yeah, well, that was a flop with Lucas.
Yeah, it was on Lucas. Lucas was
kind
in
of
fucking heart failure.
At the hospital. But, wait, at the hospital, when Lucas wakes up to Nathan's voice, because Nathan came to visit.
Shut the fuck up! I forgot! I need to watch this show just for Lucas and Nathan, because I feel like I get caught up into all the other shit going on.
But we're not focusing on the main event.
The main event is the brothers.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. The show's about brothers. Like, Lucas and Nathan's best friendship evolvement of him being like, I know I'm leaving Haley in good hands when he's leaving, after he fought vehemently against them.
Yeah.
But no. And then Nathan helped him train again after he got hurt. And in the finale, when he throws him the basketball, even though he knows that might have not been the best thing, because that's not what his dad wanted him to do, but I don't know, maybe he didn't think that Lucas would miss, but he was, they were just brothers.
Starts crying.
And then as they come together, Keith and Dan fully fall apart.
Yeah. Wait, that's kind of poetic.
Mm-hmm. And as Keith is leaving, and the only thing remaining in his apartment is a picture of him and Dan on the wall.
I'll cry.
This show
that's so
is about brothers.
Sad.
Yeah.
I wish I had a brother.
She does. Just so everyone knows, she does. It's crazy.
That's...
Okay, I feel like with the time left, we've kind of already talked about Karen and Keith, and there's only going to be more to talk about them, unfortunately, in the next couple seasons.
Unfortunately.
We have so much more that's going to happen with Karen and Keith and Deb and Dan, and obviously all the little teens. I'm excited for more of... Honestly, it was crazy seeing Jimmy in the pilot, knowing they kind of write him out, probably unintentionally, just for them to do the most insane thing in a couple seasons. Skills was already iconic from day one. Mm-hmm. Honestly, they gave Junk lines in the pilot. The
Riverport crew, iconic as hell.
No notes. Although I do eventually have notes for Mouth, but we don't need to focus on that today.
Yeah. The Mouth at the cheer competition.
Oh, iconic! Fuck, man. Oh, a moment for the boy toy auction, obviously iconic, but one of the best episodes of what I think the show, even though I'm never satisfied and could have wanted more, I like when they mix up the group dynamics. Like, we got Brooke and Mouth in that episode. We got, even though Lucas and Haley were already friends, they kind of faded away from them, but they're one of the best parts of the show. I love Lucas and Haley's friendship.
Yeah, it's so nice to have a boy and a girl just be friends.
Platonic the entire time.
Because
who else is doing it like them?
People who watch it for the first time are kind of immediate, oh, they're gonna kiss. But no,
never.
They're friends.
They don't even allude to they had a crush once. Nothing. Genuinely such a positive male-female friendship.
I love that.
And they're in a graveyard for who knows what reason at the end.
Yeah.
And he judges her for the tramp stamp, but you do it too if you saw your best friend with your brother's fucking number on her. That's so funny.
The tramp stamp.
We love it. But also, I favor friendship. Maybe because these are my bitches. But Nathan and Peyton's friendship post breakup, so underrated.
Yeah.
Love them.
Because them together was the worst thing ever. Wait, I wrote down
so funny rewatching that.
Because I just saw this when Nathan's like, you got some ugly toes, girl. No, I don't. Yeah, you do. They're practically fingers. Then just focus on the middle one.
But he's painting her nails.
Honestly, so funny.
No one could ever make me hate Peyton.
And when the core five is together in the car for the first time after.
That's a great episode too.
That's a feel good episode.
Yes, that's a comfort episode. Mm-hmm. And Brooke and Haley becoming friends.
I don't like that name. I'll call you Brooke. Brooke.
Answer the question, Brooke. Iconic! But I also love, that's another thing, like, Haley and Peyton's friendship was one of my favorite parts of the show that I wish they did more of. What could have been if Mark Schwann wasn't a fucking crazy person and Hillary didn't have to leave? Because, like, I hated what that eventually became, like, them kind of just, like, brushing Peyton off later. Yeah. Fuck that. Because Peyton and Brooke were obviously best friends, but, like, Peyton and Haley were friends first. Like, that was, I loved their
the trio
bond.
of them.
Yes!
Like, I love that dynamic.
So good. And it's only going to get better.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of anything. Nathan got emancipated this season.
Nathan taking drugs to play basketball better,
but
then quitting.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Him, like, passing out or whatever.
I'm getting angry because he's so freaking...
You do a 2 for a check.
You do 2 for a check.
We have to give shout out to the most iconic scene of Lucas trying to give Peyton's artwork to the magazine and her finding them and going, my sketches! That's really important to us.
Credit to Peyton always being on a live stream.
Yeah, punk and disorderly. But like my sketches led to him going, your art matters. That's what got
your art matters.
And in the pilot, I'll be seeing you. They were giving lines. Like, I'm sorry, but Brookus barely did that, at least in season 1.
Brookus only gave lines of, like, heartbreak.
Heartbreak? Like, or just, like, I don't know.
Like, sad lines.
I just feel like Lucas and Peyton, there was depth there.
But, like, Lucas and Peyton was set up, like, it seems like they're set up to be together. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
hate to say it, guys. That's soulmateism. You don't hit someone with your car if you're not soulmates. I feel like that's all I got. Also, a moment for Tim. Tim was less stupid in season 1. He was kind of cool.
Deb.
Oh my god. Wait, when did that season?
Is it
2 or 3?
Is it a different season?
I think so, because like it's the height of like the divorce fighting between Deb and Dan, and like he catches them together, and it's like, well, I think that's in season 2 or 3.
Wait, who for the boy toy auction? Who?
Oh,
remember?
Wait, you're right. You're right. Deb
like
gets
Tim.
Tim.
Like, cleans the tub.
You're right. I think I just file that under the same context of the Deb and Dan fighting in season 2 or 3. That you're right. You're right.
That was.
You're absolutely right, Brave. I stand corrected.
The boy toy auction.
But yeah, Tim's kind of iconic. I think those are all the big things. I thought I had one more thing. No. I did not. I think I said it all.
Oh, Dan panicking when he sees Lucas and Nathan starting to be like buddies. He's like, oh no, they can't.
That can't be. He knows that if they band together, they'll be stronger than him. He's so stressed. That's why he has a heart condition.
He's shaking in his boots.
Yeah, so the season ends where Dan has a heart attack and Lucas leaves, and Brooke and Peyton are friends, and Nathan and Haley are married, which is fucking crazy.
That's just.
But only gets better from here.
But it only gets better.
Okay.
And worse.
Well, we are combining our 2 final segments of Epic Highs and Lows, Lows, Lows with Game Time with Megan and Bree, which is actually going to be Sketch Time with Megan and Bree. My sketches. So while we talk about our favorite moments and things like that and additional questions, we are going to get about 10 minutes to draw a moment from season 1 and hopefully do a decent enough job that the other can guess what moment it is.
I'm really good at
drawing. Put a divider between us.
People are going to be pretty
impressed.
Blown away by what I'm about to draw.
I hope so.
Like, I can't help that I'm an artiste.
Okay.
I don't feel ready.
You're not ready? Okay. I feel like our time's just about to start.
I feel like the time is
okay.
Is coming.
All right. So, as we're drawing,
oh my
Bree,
God. Sorry.
Who was your favorite character this season?
My favorite character this season was Brooke Davis.
B. Davis. That's really perfect because mine's P. Sawyer.
Yes, bestie.
So we're actually contrary to popular belief, not going to be Brooke and Peyton for Halloween. We're going to be Deb and Karen.
Yeah, exactly. That's who I need to be.
100%.
I would be Karen. Okay, wait. Okay. Megan.
What's up?
Who's your least favorite?
I think I'm going to go with Nikki.
That's who I said.
Oh, so true. Fuck Nikki. Jake doesn't deserve that. I can't believe Jake was with her in the first place.
Yeah.
Free my man.
I can't see. I don't know.
When
see that.
You can't see my drawing. Don't look. When
Can I look?
I think
I haven't even started. Whoa.
Jake and Karen's little moment when he needs a job to support Jenny, and she like he's like, I can't come in, like I have to quit because but like Karen's like, nah buddy, you can just bring her in, I know what it's like to be a teen parent.
Aww.
Really special.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That little bond.
Sweet.
Oh, they're so good at Montreal's so good at like just using every character,
exactly,
connecting characters, making it feel like a real like town, like a real so good.
I love it. Except I don't really love when Larry and Karen date, and it's not even Larry gets recasted.
Freaking Larry.
I'm nervous.
I don't know how to draw.
I don't know. Okay. I definitely put that in the wrong spot.
Okay. Should we talk about our favorite moments?
Yes. I feel like a lot of like the iconic Lucas and Peyton ones are obviously my favorites. I should have really thought about this. I'm getting distracted by my drawing.
I know, I can't multitask.
And that's what I'm learning. But wait, this is also
especially when I don't know how to draw.
This is also an audio medium, so I'm like, fuck. Okay, I chose the wrong color, but...
Oh no, I forget. Okay.
I think what you said, which I forgot about, is like anything with Lucas and Nathan. So like, yeah, that scene where he comes to the hospital to see him, and he did that because Haley couldn't. Wow, what a moment. Aww. I like this is dramatic. I'm just trying to pull stuff out of my ass. When they're at like the cheer competition and Haley cheers and Lucas thinks she's gonna come to him, but she goes to Nathan. Whoops. That's
drama.
I really like every Lucas and Peyton moment except when it's sad, because I guess we can talk about just scenes. What I don't like is when Brooke catches them on the webcam and is really passive aggressive about finding them. Be like, oh, what are you doing here, Peyton? I don't like any of that. Lucas has a fucking like heart condition. Well, he doesn't have his heart condition yet.
He doesn't have it. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I didn't like that.
They got caught.
Yeah.
You're just sorry you got caught.
Yeah. I think you're going to really be able to guess my moment, to be honest. I should draw worse.
Okay, well, mine you're not going to guess.
Oh, good.
I feel like I have to redo it.
What are some of your moments? Well, we've only been doing it for like 3 minutes. We have 7 minutes.
It's not big enough.
What are some of your favorite moments?
My favorite moments... This is so hard. I can't focus.
I know. I'm really learning. I'm not good at multitasking.
The episode 6, when the core 5 is in the car. That's a good one. Oh, thank God one of us has a brain. Nathan and Lucas bonding, like their relationship going from like freaking enemies to lovers.
So fucking true.
Platonically. Brotherly. Lucas and Haley friendship. Don't say I never gave you anything.
Of course.
Cheerleading competition episode. Toy auction episode.
Boy toy auction. Yeah.
I'm like not drawing good.
I'm not doing a good job.
Y'all, I can't draw.
Fuck, okay. Hopefully you don't need a reference.
I need a reference.
I'm really freeballing. What else do I like? I'm trying to think of scenes that I play when I'm like, oh, I gotta watch a scene. I like, obviously, There's Only One Tree Hill, Lucas, and It's Your Home. That's pretty big.
That's pretty beautiful.
I like Karen and Deb bonding, like when they're having like the catering thing or whatever. And like Karen steps in and helps, and she's like, "Oh my god, we're best friends." And I like when Dan finds out that Deb and Karen are becoming friends, he gets pissed too.
And you would expect them to be enemies.
No, I live for that shit. Like, that's women supporting women.
Yeah.
And yeah, they have their epic highs and lows coming up, but like, what can you do?
What can you do?
I'm kind of taking an artistic interpretation to this.
Okay, well, I have no artistic interpretation.
That's okay.
How do you draw?
You don't.
This is so... Oh my god.
I hope I said
This looks like Mickey Mouse.
That's good.
Hand. That's good.
So like Brie, we can keep talking about scenes, but like, would you recommend this show?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Everybody.
I think everyone should watch this at least once. And on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most unseriesous a show can be, what would you rate this?
God, I don't know. I didn't think about this.
Yeah, I should have.
I feel like it's pretty freaking serious.
Yeah, but it's also sort of
unserious.
silly. So part of me is leaning toward like a 4, a 4.5.
I'd lean to the other side, so 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So true. Brie, what's one of your favorite like musical moments? Which they have more of later, but I feel like we have to acknowledge that they do start doing that pretty early. Gavin DeGraw's in this season, and Sheryl
Gavin
Crow.
DeGraw rolls up.
Oh fuck, sorry.
Wait, musical moment?
Yeah.
Like when songs play?
Yeah, when songs play, or it could be like Gavin DeGraw.
Yeah, I really did like Gavin DeGraw. And I liked Jake singing to Jenny.
Oh, that's a good
playing the guitar for
one.
Jenny.
Oh yeah, because Brian Greenberg's very talented.
Yeah. And then you got Haley. Haley does a little solo.
Yeah, when she's like, Nathan's like, sing to me. But
Sing to me, follow.
oh fuck, we have like 3 minutes left.
But yet... My drawing! I should have picked a different scene. This is not going well.
Oh, you know what else I like? Sorry, this isn't a musical scene.
I need another...
We didn't talk about, first of all, you don't know me. Second of all, you don't know me. That's obviously really special.
Yeah.
My favorite musical scene is when...
I don't know, man.
Oh, this is exactly what I wanted. My favorite musical scene... Oh, fuck, I fucked up.
Oh, don't worry.
My favorite musical scene is Dare You to Move is really good, but also Beauty Queen of Only.
Yeah, I
18.
love that song.
Sorry to Brooke's fans, but you guys don't have that. Even though, like, they kind of ruin that later.
Wait, what?
Like, in the scene that she, like, that's when she's like, he's like, I want this with you. I've always wanted this. And
Yeah,
she
he
freaks
gets
out.
a little too clingy.
Which is, like, valid.
I've always wanted to, and she will be loved this way.
And she's like, oh, I thought we were
Like,
just fucking around,
bro,
dude.
I thought we were just...
What's going on over there?
I need more color. I'm using 2 colors, and that's it.
Oh, I'm really throwing in some colors. Do you have any questions for me?
Looks around.
Wow, I've never drawn anything better than what I've drawn today. I think I'm gonna lock mine in. For you have 1 minute. Do you have any questions for me, and then I can answer while you finish?
Yeah, I have some good questions.
Mm-hmm.
I really thought about it, too.
Okay, I have another one.
Okay, cool.
Who's your favorite cast member that we've met?
Oh, probably Hillary.
Hillary, yeah.
Hillary was so kind and talked. Both her and Chad, talked to us a lot.
We'll have to, maybe we can do story time in color next time about that. I would agree. Hillary's I think the most significant, but I think my favorite experience was Tyler Hilton.
Oh, yeah.
I think that got to be one of the more personable ones because...
I can't think right now.
Yeah, I'll tell the story about Tyler Hilton. You finish up.
I'm drawing the most beautiful image you've ever seen.
I'm going to tell the Tyler Hilton story briefly, and then by the time I'm done, you have to stop. So we met Tyler Hilton separately from when we met a lot of them because there was a convention. He was not at that convention, but Tyler Hilton was one of the most significant because Chris Killer was just jokingly, but also seriously, our favorite. So we met him and Kate Vogel. They did a tour together in 2016, and we got their VIP meet and greet at the beginning. So we got to sit. They came out and talked, might have answered questions, but most significantly, they also played a song that he hadn't released yet called Overtime, which is my favorite Tyler Hilton song, genuinely, but also because we got to hear it live privately. And they did that, and then everyone lined up, and everyone got to take a picture, and there was 20 or 30 of us. It wasn't very many. So we went up there and they're signing our VIP packages, our VIP lanyard. We're telling them about how much we love the show and how we bonded over the show. And we also bonded over having the Chris Keller fan club. And Tyler himself was the three of us need a picture together. And we weren't going to be oh, we're going to ask for that because we obviously were there excited to see Kate too. Let be clear. So we took a picture, all four of us, and then I took a picture with them, you took a picture with them, and then we took a picture with Tyler. But Bree's eyes were closed. So we go back to our seats and we see our photos and we're oh shit, Tyler, and he's on the stage. He's what's up? Bree's eyes were closed. He was all right, come back up.
Eyes were closed.
And everyone there was also really nice because we're I know we already got our picture, but in the picture we took with him, her eyes were closed. So we got in the picture with him and he's very nice. And that was probably one of my favorite celebrity encounters in general, just because it was so low key, so intimate.
Personal.
Yeah, and we love that man. And he's coming back here, but not in Chicago. So one day we'll see him again. One day we'll meet again. All right, you feel good?
Yeah, I feel really good. I think you'll know exactly what. Did we talk about our least favorite?
I don't like anything where anyone's fighting. I don't like when Brooke and Peyton are fighting. I don't like when Dan's being a dick to them. I don't like when Lucas and Nathan are fighting. I don't like when Haley and Lucas are fighting. I don't want any of them to fight. What about you?
A big fight. I didn't like the Lucas Peyton Brooke drama.
Yeah. Although the imaginary shot of Lucas and Peyton kissing, pulling apart to reveal Brooke between them, that's that's in their head.
Cinema.
But that's cinema.
And her face.
Oh, so good. They were all acting down at the age of 22.
At the age of 22. Jake, when Jake leaves, that made me sad.
But that's also that shot of him and Jenny that Peyton eventually draws.
Wow,
the show.
That's beautiful. And I didn't like when Dan saw Keith.
Awful.
And
I don't like when Keith and Karen fight over
I don't like when
the car wreck.
Dan's being mean.
Yeah. I don't like... We didn't talk about Whitey.
Mean. I know.
Whitey in the hospital with his eyes.
Whitey was an icon, a legend.
Yeah.
Is. It's like he died.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of made it seem like he was dying.
A few times, I feel like.
I'm like, Whitey.
He's just retiring. He just talks about Camilla.
All right.
Should we do reveal? Do you want to trade? And we can look at each other.
Oh, wait.
I don't...
Hold on.
Okay.
I wrote on the...
Cheater. No, I'm kidding.
What?
Oh, you're crossing something out. That's the back. Or is that that's the back?
That's the back.
You cross your entire drawing out.
I would.
I won't look. Okay, ready? On the count of three, we're going to look at our each other's drawing. 1, 2, 3.
I know exactly what this is.
Wait, is this it? Okay. This is Bree's drawing. Let me describe it. There's basically 3 colors. Yellow, pink,
I know. I don't have to put.
I like that you drew a little zoom in to a ring.
I can't draw in.
And it seems to be a really beautiful version of Nathan and Haley telling Lucas they got married.
Exactly.
That's really good. And there's a heart over Naley and a broken heart over Lucas.
Guess what?
He called her a slut, basically.
Yeah.
She's like, no, we're married.
Lucas said, how dare you?
And you drew a really good version of her wearing Nathan's sweatshirt. I can see that.
Yeah, you see that?
I do.
Do you see the clothes on them? Do you see the legs I added at the end?
They look like golf clubs. I'm really bad at drawing legs and hands. My hands look rough.
I think that's a beautiful drawing. I think Lucas looks really skinny.
He's so tiny.
He's so slim. Yeah.
Like, Nathan's very bulky.
Nathan's
Lucas
like,
is a Slim Jim.
Boom.
Yeah, that's a man. All right, what did I draw? And you drew them in a house apartment.
Yeah, I drew that. I said, oh, we gotta put them in the house.
That's so fucking funny.
I think we can all tell what this is.
I think that's lovely.
This is kind of beautiful.
Now that I'm far away from it and it's blurry, that looks great.
We both did naley.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nathan, don't say I never gave you anything in
the
bracelet.
Yeah. I was like, that's gonna give it away. But even if the bracelet wasn't there, would you know?
The bench.
Yeah, we've been there.
We've been there.
We have so many pictures we could post on Instagram of us.
Don't say I never fucking gave you anything, you little bitch.
Anything. And I've never said that.
Guess what? We're married.
That was wild. We draw the beginning and the end of the relationship arc of the season. That's really beautiful. I could have drawn... I really love the Lucas and Peyton. Don't tell you I never gave you anything right in front of the comment. No, that's Lucas and... Oh my God. First of all, you don't know me.
Oh, yeah.
I was looking at that. Okay.
First of all, you don't know me.
Yeah, look at us. We love the show.
Isn't this exactly what it looked like?
That is. Like... Look. Art. It's like I'm watching the show. Yeah. I think I want to put this on the fridge.
Thank you.
Of course.
I'll put yours on the fridge. I actually want to put it right in the middle of there.
We also, you can't see. Oh, we should have put that up next time.
God damn.
That pretty little art of the bridge.
I don't want to be anything.
As you can tell, the show is very special to us. And we're excited to keep diving into the future seasons. This is only the start.
Yeah, a lot of shit goes down.
Yeah. So don't forget to like and subscribe so you know when the next season is coming. And follow us on Instagram so we can tell you. And I don't know what we're doing next week. Maybe Fleabag?
Fleabag.
So make sure you're sticking around because we got more unserious stuff to say.
It's getting a little too.
But until then, there's only one Tree Hill. And it's your home.
I don't know about that.
Oh, well.
Thanks for listening to our podcast.
Remember to rate, follow, and share with friends.
And find us on TikTok and Instagram at unseriesous to see more content and find out what we're watching next.
We hope you enjoyed, and we'll talk to you next week.
Bye!